Balan Wonderworld is releasing for PS5, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Steam on March 26th. To help get you prepared for the launch, I'm going to go over 10 tips to help you through your journey in Balan Wonderworld. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1. Play the demo. Available on all platforms as of January 28th, Balan Wonderworld actually has a fairly robust demo that you can play for free to see whether you like the game or not. It features both Act 1 and 2, as well as the boss fight from World 1. The game is divided into 12 worlds, as well as Act 1 from Worlds 4 and 6. Each stage has its own costumes and secrets to explore, giving you a good idea of what to expect in the finished game. Plus, playing the demo and having that demo save file will actually unlock a platform-exclusive skin for the launcher costume that will be included in the final game. All you need to do is play the demo on your platform of choice, and when you purchase the full game, you'll unlock it when it detects that demo save file on your system. It's free, so why not? Number 2. Replaying levels is a must. To progress further and unlock new worlds in Balan Wonderworld, you must find golden Balan statues that are hidden throughout each stage. After getting a certain amount of statues, Balan himself will summon a train that unlocks the new worlds for you to explore. Most statues will be plainly visible while exploring each stage. However, getting to each one to collect them will need some creativity that will often require you to revisit and replay the stage with different costumes and abilities that you've collected in later stages. Also, as a quick note, each stage has a quick time event minigame called Balan Bout in them. If you get all excellent timings on the events, you'll unlock another Balan statue. Number 3. Boss battles. While we're talking about collecting statues, each boss has a number of statues that you can collect as well. To collect these statues, you'll need to damage the boss using specific fighting styles. For example, the boss of World 1. To collect all 3 statues, you need to initially damage him by hitting him with any costume. Doing this, you can jump on him, hit him with projectiles, anything. You then need to use a costume like the Piggy Pounder to knock a pillar into the ground that will bounce up and damage him. Finally, you need to use a costume like the Tornado Wolf that lets you reflect the boss's tornado attacks back at him. Finding and figuring out these different fighting styles against each boss will add some extra fun and variation to each fight. Number 4. 80 different costumes and powers. Gold Balan statues aren't the only things to collect in each world. There are drops, Tim's eggs, Balan bouts, and more. To reach all of these items, you'll need a keen eye and some different powers to reach them. There are 80 different costumes to find throughout your journey, and each of them has its own power that will let you explore, fight, or traverse each stage in various different ways. Keep your eyes open for new and special costumes that may do different things. Number 5. Collect rainbow drops for completing stages multiple times. I've already discussed how you'll need to replay stages to get all the costumes and collectibles, but there's also another reason to replay each stage, and that's the rainbow drops. These special drops are fed to a statue on the Isle of Tims, and once you've collected enough of them, it will trigger something special to happen. You can get these magical rainbow drops by completing stages you've beaten before. Each time you beat the boss of a world, it will reset everything in both Act 1 and Act 2 of that world, allowing you to collect more Tim eggs, regular drops, and when you complete the stage, you'll get one of those special rainbow drops. Number 6. Raise your Tims right. Tims are your companion throughout this journey. They are cute little animals that will follow you and help you in various different ways throughout each stage. They come in a variety of colors, each with their own ability. Red, who are more likely to fight the Nagati, blue, who will destroy impassable magical objects, and pink will help find and bring you objects in the world like keys, drops, and Tim eggs. You can also interact with them in more ways on the hub world, the Isle of Tims. Here you can feed them the different colored drops you've collected from each stage. The more of the colors you feed them, the more they will change into that color and gain those abilities. After you've fed them enough, they'll grow larger and you can make them lay an egg by tossing a smaller Tim onto the larger one's head. Then out pops an egg. In this way you can keep breeding Tims and adding more to your collection. Just keep in mind, Tims do seem to have a life cycle and will disappear after some time. This process seems to speed up if you're not feeding them, so make sure to pay attention to your little friends. Number 7. Keep multiple copies of each costume. Throughout your time playing the game, you'll find some costumes you use more than others. Each time you take damage, you'll lose the costume you have equipped, so it can be really helpful to keep backups of the one you use a lot, especially since you might not be able to get the same one in the stage you're currently playing. You can store extra costumes in a couple different ways. First, to pick up costumes, you need to find and get a key. Once you have the key, you can walk into the costume cube and it will automatically equip. You can hold 3 costumes at any time. This includes duplicates. When you're already holding 3 and you're about to pick up a 4th, the costume in the rightmost slot will be pushed out and sent to your storage. You can use this to your advantage by changing which costume you're wearing. This changes the order your costumes are in the slots, so make sure the costume you want to store is in the rightmost slot before picking up the new costume. Alternatively, you could pick up the costume and deposit it in a change room. In most cases, this will also have respawned both the key and costume, so you can repeat this as much as needed. Number 8. Changerooms. As mentioned in the last point, changerooms will be very useful throughout your time in Wonderworld. These can be found at checkpoints throughout the stages. To activate a changeroom, simply stand on the checkpoint without moving for a couple seconds. This will make the doors to the axe and boss appear, as well as a door with a costume on top. If you walk into this door, you'll be presented with a screen where you can adjust all 3 costumes you have equipped. This will let you bring costumes you have stored from any other stage into your current level and will be needed to get all the different collectibles. Number 9. Co-op with a friend, or by yourself. Balan Wonderworld features drop-in and drop-out local co-op for the entire game. When working with a friend, if you stand close to one another, you begin to move together and can chain different actions together, like performing a double jump in the air by staggering when each player hits the jump button. Each player has their own set of 3 costumes that you can combine together. This opens up new possibilities for traversal throughout the stages and lets you reach places you wouldn't be able to if you were playing alone. Since the players snap together when standing close, one player can actually control both, allowing you to play co-op by yourself as long as you have 2 controllers and don't mind doing a little controller juggling. Number 10. There will be a Day 1 patch. Last on our list, there is a Day 1 patch that has been announced for Balan Wonderworld. Square Enix received lots of feedback from the demo and has implemented a few changes. While we haven't seen how this looks in the final game, they've noted that the patch will adjust movement controls, camera movement, and rebalancing of the difficulty. Alright, there we go. That's 10 different things I thought you should know going into Balan Wonderworld for release day. I'll be covering the game fully on my channel, so subscribe and be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything Balan Wonderworld related. And as always, happy gaming.